Alright, what's up everyone? We are the Cruisin Cripples here on YouTube, about to say Blog Talk. Long time doing it, I apologize. Here on YouTube.
Only 4.5 years. 3.5.
3.5. Very good, and you're supposed to tell me what episode we're doing.
I can't do everything.
Well, you can't do anything, is I think what you meant to say.
Right.
But anyway, he's the one and only KB. I'm apparently Papa Wheelie.
Yes, you are Papa Willie.
I kind of dig that.
You should. It's a term of endearment.
Well, I like it. It actually fits, too.
Well, you're not a Papa. That you know of at the moment.
That's not true. You've called me Daddy on a number of occasions.
Shh.
Now it's on YouTube.
Thanks.
And I better see that part. The first thing I'm going to say, my hometown, Philadelphia, it appears, I wish I could talk, it appears they're going to get a little more jiggy with it in the upcoming years.
Yep, Will Smith is now Will and Jada Pinkett Smith are now a minority owner as part of the new 76ers ownership group.
Which I'm okay with Jada, because Jada's from an East Coast town that doesn't have a basketball team.
Right.
She's from Baltimore.
Right. It's a group led by Wharton School grads Joshua Harris, founder of the Apollo Global Management LLC, and David Blitzer of the Blackstone Group. So I don't know who they are, but I know they got ties to Philly.
Yes, they do.
And they got money. That's
really all that the 76ers need now is money and someone to actually spend it.
Oh, and they also need to have the NBA lockout end so that they can actually do something.
Potatoes, whatever. Before we started recording this part, I guess, Gaby, you had some, I don't want to say issues, but some concerns about the new ownership group.
Yes. The one is, I guess, living in New York.
New York, sorry.
And while it would only take, an hour and 10 minutes to get from New York to Philadelphia.
An hour and 10 minutes? Who the hell is driving?
Well, a train.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, it takes closer to 2 hours to drive.
Yeah. It did seem a little interesting that they would choose to remain in New York and not move to Philadelphia.
See, I don't find that to be that weird because of how close Philadelphia is to New York City.
What got me was, though, one of the owners mentioned that he thought about playing a joke, and he called it a joke.
Okay.
On his wife, saying that they were moving to Philly.
Okay.
Why would that be a joke?
Probably because they have their lives settled into New York City. Dude, you're just looking for a reason to be pissed.
All right, well, I don't really have to stretch too far.
No, if you stretch too far, you'll be pissed because you'll be in too much fucking pain. I'm not as up in arms or even have any care that they don't live in Philadelphia. My prime example is the former ownership of the Philadelphia 76ers did live in Philadelphia, and they cared a whole lot about the team.
Yeah, now they're going to care even less.
Dude, I don't care if the new ownership lives in Russia, because you can see it from Sarah Palin's house.
Right.
I mean, you can still see it from America, but I really don't care where they're from. It's how they treat the organization, how they treat the fans, and what new concepts and spending, I guess, they include with their new team.
One of the cool things that they actually put up a website.
Exactly, and you don't need to be in Philadelphia to check a website.
No.
See? Bazinga.
And part of the website is to get fan feedback, find out, what changes they want to see and how this ownership can make, the fans' experience better. So, of course, I had to write and take the cripple angle.
What'd you say?
I told them that I would like to see the handicap accessible seating more strictly enforced.
That's not going to happen, and let me explain why. The Philadelphia 76ers at this time do not have their own arena, so the policies are not theirs.
Okay.
I agree with everything that you probably wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Let me rephrase that. I probably agree with
Mm-hmm.
everything you wrote, but I can't say guaranteed because you could have said something off the wall because you are the one and only.
I am.
But now that the 76ers are tenants at the, what is it now? Wachovia?
Wells Fargo.
Wow. I was like 3 centers off.
Yeah.
You forgot Core State earlier, I think.
Yeah, I did forget Core State. I was more focused on the FU.
Yeah, you are.
But one of the other, and I guess it falls along the same category now that they're tenants, was that like to make it easier for people that are disabled to get to the floor seating.
It is very difficult. I've actually been on the floor of the Wells Fargo, there we go, Center. I've played a couple halftime games when I was a member of the McGee 76ers, which are sponsored by the Philadelphia 76ers, and I hope to see that sponsorship continue, as it's a great thing, and it's a highlight, man, to be able to play in front of tens and tens of fans at halftime.
Exactly. It's what you live for.
But you have to go down an elevator that seems to take forever because you have to literally go to the basement.
Mm-hmm. Then
you have to go through all these corridors just to make it to the floor if you can't walk, basically.
Uh-huh.
I must say, we probably shouldn't be talking about this a whole lot longer. You know why?
Because you got to go?
No.
Okay.
Because there's no NBA season, so what the fuck do we care right now?
Very good point.
I make them from time to time. We will be back soon, in a few days, with our episode 7. So, until then,
keep on rolling.